So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We stand for the national anthem of France. Well, that was impressive. Match that. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, I think it's going to be hard, Peter, not to pick out the very...
Rafinha! Off the post! Luis with the cross. Defending of the desperate variety. Here comes another cross. Koundé tries to clear. Olise. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Douglas Luiz. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's João Pedro.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Mbappe picks it up out wide. Up he goes! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Olise is offering a wry smile there.
Now that looks a decent ball. That's a shade optimistic. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. And he's forced to go back. Upamecano. And he's running through. He's had a shot! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Aos 14 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 9.
So, a breakthrough already. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Douglas Luiz. Saliba. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Great ball if he can get there. Shot could be on. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Not much more than a formality.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
Gol marcado para a França. Aos 21 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 10.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Chouameni, still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. A heavy challenge. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Mbappe. That looks a cracking ball. Olise has it out wide and in space. He's found a way through. He's dealt with that really well. Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Out to the right, Rabiot. Rafinha goes on a charge down the left. Not the most accurate pass. And he's quick to snatch it back. Hernandez. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Searching pass he's played there. Olise gets flagged offside. Carlos Augusto. Gabriel. For Joelinton. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Chouameni. Saliba. And it's Hernandez. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Mbappe, looking for the run. Great ball, and he's in here. He's got away. Can he finish? Goal, France! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Upamecano. Now Saliba. Camavinga. Rabiot. And it's Guimaraes. Played out to the right. Now it's João Pedro. Luis really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Saliba to Rabiot.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. He's looking wide, and he's managed to get free. Savinho. Now it's João Pedro. And that'll be the final action of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
So off we go once more.
Brazil can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Rafinha. He is just caressing the ball. Looking to go deep.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Dembele. Upamecano. Now Saliba. Upamecano. And it's Hernandez. Savinho. Now it's João Pedro. Luis. And for a moment, time stood still. Brazil with the corner, they're first. Joelinton! Decent enough try. Hernandez. Ball played for Dembele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's João Pedro. And here's Rafinha. Now it's João Pedro. Over to the left. Played into the box.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Luis. Oh, crack. And the shot! And yes, it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Gol marcado para o Brasil.
Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Danilo does really well to win the ball there. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's been closed down first.
Played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, super ball. Goes for a shot! Goal! France! And again they hit the front.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And now he has two. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Brazil may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Chouameni. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Played out to the left flank. Oh, it's Dembele.
That was lovely, that.
Ball is over the line. Bruno Guimaraes. No, that's been intercepted. Chouameni. Danilo gets over and intercepts. Now it's Mbappe. Douglas Luiz. Now it's João Pedro. Brazil looking to pass their way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Chouameni gets across to intercept that. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Substituição em andamento.
That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Aimed beyond the defence, and he welcomes it in. Plenty to... Takes a shot! And he hits the net! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
You could certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Pass somewhat off target. And it's Douglas Luiz. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, good spread. Here it is, crossed in. Upamecano can get it clear. That's rather hopeful. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Guendouzi. Doué. Nicely spread. Oh, it's Dembele. Opts for safety. Guendouzi.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Can he get on the end of this? Doué. He's picked his way through. Could go all the way here. He's having a shot! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? And another try! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Substituição.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
João Pedro. Distributed tidily. He's got away. Douglas Luiz. And that's gone loose. Time added on 4 minutes. Can he get it through? Oh, super find. Gabriel. And Rafinha. And it's Douglas Luiz. And it's Guimaraes. Barcola. He is through here. Now, can they get him away? Doué. He's got full. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And with that, the final whistle. Brazil did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.